Certainly in season 5, Daniel LaRusso in this first half of the season looks like the absolute crazy person.
I know firsthand that Silver isn't afraid of putting kids in harm's way, and that's why I have to take him down.
You're playing with fire, Danny boy.
Is it safe to say that Daniel's a bit obsessed with Terry Silver? Is that the right word to use here?
I would say it's safe to say that. I would say it's safe to say Daniel LaRusso became obsessed as soon as he saw the Cobra Kai sign back up in a strip mall in season 1. This cancer has to be stopped, and it gets worse and worse and worse for each season. So yes, and certainly in season 5, Daniel LaRusso in this first half of the season looks like the absolute crazy person, which is kind of fun to play, and he goes a little off the rails, and everything begins to fall apart, but in essence, he truthfully is the only one who actually knows the truth. Takes a little bit of time for that all to realign itself.
Now, William, Johnny seems to be kind of like the direct opposite. He's kind of cool to leave the karate drama behind. Why is that, and what is the catalyst that kind of gets his head back into the fight?
As far as Johnny's concerned, at the end, he won his son back, which was one thing that he craved this whole time, so he reconciled with his son. Now he's got to go chase Miguel and find out where Miguel is and try to rescue him from himself, maybe. So as far as the karate goes, so Cobra Kai won. Johnny's been through that before. It's just a karate tournament, he's kind of made peace with that, and he's gonna go after his heart, which is Miguel, which is kind of his other son.
We're all friends now. We're not friends. We never will be.
And then he, of course, gets pulled back in, when something's happening. Johnny starts to see that, uh-oh, this is some trouble, so he puts his proverbial headband on and gets back to war, and has a reason for it. And that reason is his own personal reason, which is really to close the wounds and get the Kreese out of him. Everything that Johnny is because of this man Kreese, who's now in prison and wants him to stay there. Johnny has a wound there, and so he needs to help close that. And also, Daniel says it to Johnny, you opened Pandora's box, man. He could have called it something else instead of Cobra Kai, and we'd be fine today. He opened up Cobra Kai, and out came the snake. And so Johnny has a responsibility to help put that back in the, back in the box.
He always thinks 2 moves ahead. We have to be careful with this guy.
No, Daniel-san. He must be careful with this guy.
Yuji, we see that Daniel is borderline obsessed with taking Silver down, but why is Chozen so wrapped up in this fight?
Well, I think it's just because he wants to protect the legacy of Miyagi-Do. I mean, that was something that was probably passed on from generation to generation. And he probably said, Chozen, you must honor and protect Miyagi-Do. And so, that was my mission when I came to the Valley, was to make sure that the legacy of Miyagi-Do was intact.
It's a new era at Cobra Kai. Come join us.
How much fun is it being the thorn in everyone's side on this show?
It's pretty fun, I have to say. I showed up on set every day going, I cannot wait to make this happen. I give that all up to the creators. Put such detail into it and such colors and things that I didn't get to show back in the 80s when it was this archetypal, over the top character that, was supposed to be funny and everything, but they really just got inside this guy, and they made it just a blast as an actor for me.
We were first introduced to Silver. He didn't really seem to care about Cobra Kai much. What has changed for him over the course of these last couple seasons?
He saw the bad part of it, and had been taken down this path because he was so loyal to Kreese. And then, when he got back into Kreese's world, I think what really changed everything was that betrayal by Kreese. And then once he felt that, we've devoted our lives to this philosophy, and all of a sudden Kreese really isn't holding up his end of the deal. And that's where Terry says, you know what? I am just going to take control and make it happen.